Thanks for joining us. CCX News has confirmed that a student was found this week with multiple weapons in a New Hope high school. Cooper High School Principal Shawnice Smith says a student brought a small axe and a stun gun into the school in a backpack. District officials were tipped off about the weapons through the Say Something Anonymous reporting system. Smith encouraged students to talk with a trusted adult or use the reporting system if they think there's danger on campus. The district says the investigation is ongoing, but it can't share any more details due to data privacy laws. A familiar face will lead the embattled Robbinsdale School Board into 2025. The board elected Greta Evans-Becker as chair this week. Evans-Becker had served as chair in 2023, but was ousted from that role by her fellow board members. Voters re-elected Evans-Becker this fall. The decision comes as the board has struggled with interpersonal relationships. A district attorney called the board dysfunctional, while members have squabbled and been censured. Meanwhile, the district is facing a $20 million budget deficit. New board member Aviva Hillenbrand was also sworn in this week, along with re-elected board member Helen Bassett. Brooklyn Park has big picture plans for undeveloped space near Highways 169 and 610, a BioTech innovation district.
First and foremost, we see a lot of opportunities for office, research and development, kind of that next level opportunity for a lot of these med tech businesses that are getting a startup, looking for the next home to grow and expand.
Community Development Director Tim Gladhill said there are 700 undeveloped acres in the northwest area of Brooklyn Park. The Blue Line light rail extension plans to have a stop in that area. Gladhill says adding med tech businesses and manufacturing companies to the area could add a lot of value to the community.
BioTech is not just about the northwest area of the community. It's about a broader economic development strategy that helps us pay for the things that we need to pay for that our residents are looking for.
Right now, the city is just planning the infrastructure. This is a long-range plan, so that means early construction wouldn't even begin until at least 2026. If you'd like to share your input, Gladhill says the city is holding an open house later this month at the Brooklyn Park Small Business Center. That starts at 5 p.m. on Wednesday, January 22nd. This week, local cities welcomed new faces and some familiar ones, too. In Brooklyn Park, a pair of new council members received the oath of office. One of them was Amanda Chang Zhang. Elected at 22 years old, Zhang told CCX News it's an honor to represent Minnesota's sixth largest city, saying she wants to use her role to make sure young voices are heard. Meanwhile, Shelley Page also took her oath, with Golden Valley Mayor Rosalind Harmon giving her the oath. Page is a 25-year Brooklyn Park resident who ran for council for the first time last fall. Tony McGarvey was also sworn in, having won re-election. This will be his second term. Meanwhile, in Maple Grove, there are two new council members. One of them, John McCullough, took the oath of office on Monday night. Michael Staffy, who could not attend Monday's meeting, was also elected last fall and is expected to be sworn in at a future meeting. Both were elected out of a field of 8 candidates. Also at the meeting, Maple Grove Mayor Mark Stephenson thanked former council members Judy Hansen and Christy Barnett for their service. Stephenson also listed the expansion of Maple Grove Hospital as one of the top developments he hopes to see come together in 2025. The Golden Valley City Council plans to consider changing its ordinance for the trapping of wild animals. It is illegal in Golden Valley for any person to use devices to trap an animal. However, there is an exception. The ordinance does allow government workers to catch nuisance animals. The proposed ordinance change would take that one step further, allowing pest control companies to do so as well. According to city documents, staff believes the change will allow a more efficient use of city resources and provide better service to the community. With the new year comes new food options in the Northwest Metro. In this edition of Takeout Tuesday, we check out some of the new cuisine being offered in Brooklyn Park and Brooklyn Center.
Arepas on the Go is a Venezuelan restaurant.
Minnesota may not be a hot spot for Venezuelan food, but Leonardo Castellano is on a mission to change that.
We add a lot of flavors, a lot of seasoning to our food, vegetables, everything is made fresh here from scratch.
In mid-December, he opened the restaurant Arepas on the Go in a small Brooklyn Park strip mall. But the food here is big on taste and flavor, especially when it comes to their signature item, arepas.
So it's very, very different than a taco. I will say it's more of a complete meal.
Simply put, arepas are made of a ground maize dough and stuffed with any type of protein you'd like. Castellanos saw an opportunity in Brooklyn Park and thought he'd take the chance.
It's going very well. Very good feedback from, the local people around Brooklyn Park. People are very excited about the food, and we're very happy to be here, yes.
Local tourism officials echo that sentiment.
We have diverse food offerings with authentic cooks and owners right here in our backyard.
Leslie Wright is the president and CEO of Minneapolis Northwest Tourism. She says that Brooklyn Park and Brooklyn Center have some of the best cuisine in the entire state.
And you don't have to go far, and the parking is accessible, and the food is outstanding.
Even hotels are getting in on the action. Brooklyn Center's Embassy Suites and its 6300 restaurant has expanded its menu offerings.
One of the top selling items is a chicken pot pie.
Whether it be chicken pot pie, the walleye, or the breakfast buffet, the 6300 is open to anyone who wants to dine, not just hotel guests.
It's just like a hidden gem.
So if you're craving traditional American food or want to spice things up with cuisine from another country, options here abound.
It's so exciting to have new things to offer.
One other restaurant to add, Reyes Restaurant, Bar and Breakfast, opened near the intersection of Brooklyn Boulevard and West Broadway in Brooklyn Park in a building formerly occupied by El Laurel Mexican Restaurant.